What is up, guys? It is MMA Mafia coming at you with another video. Today, I'm going to be going over this crazy treatment that Abu Dhabi gets every year for their event in October. And I'm going to be going over some of the older cards that we've had in the past and card in the future we had. America is getting fucking shit lately, especially with these Apex cards. We need to get rid of the Apex now. It was supposed to be gone by the end of this year, early 2025. I'm seeing new Apex cards coming up later this in the beginning of 2025. What happened with that? You know, the Apex is literally just an excuse to put the most shit fights in an arena, so no fans can go in there, or they can't sell any tickets for that event because it's an Apex. It's just a shitty fucking excuse to put on shit cards. You know, every fight that's not a pay-per-view should be a crowded fucking fight night. You know, it's ridiculous. But to the main point of the video, we have this Abu Dhabi card right here. And keep in mind, I'm going to go over these fights, but keep in mind, Cyril Gane and Alexander Volkov were supposed to be on this fight card as well, but it had to be moved to the December pay-per-view. But we have Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway. And I'd like to say as well before we go through the rest of these, usually when you have a card, like say it's in Australia, it's an Australian card. There's a lot of Australian fighters on it, you know. You have a fight card in England, there's a lot of English fighters on there. Abu Dhabi has no fucking fighters, so they just put all these fucking good fighters from other countries on here. You know, bring people from Abu Dhabi, put them on this card, you know? Like, what do you have, one fighter from Abu Dhabi? Fucking too bad. You don't get a great card like this. Like, they just get the fucking, some of the best cards you've ever seen every fucking year in October. It's ridiculous. But as I was saying, I'm going to go through the rest of the card. As you know, Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway, great fight. None of them from Abu Dhabi, none of them from the area, around the region, you know. It makes sense for Hamzat to fight here. Robert Whittaker, another great fight. Magomed Ankalaev Rakic, makes sense because of Magomed. But then we had Cyril Gane versus Volkov. You know, another great fight. These cards are stacked to the brim. You know, Lerone Murphy, Dan Ige, another great fight. You know, Jeff Neal, Rafael Dos Anjos. Crazy fight. Crazy fights they have on this card, you know. Just stacked to the brim. We got Cher on the card. It makes sense for him to be here. You know, we just had a lot of great fights on this card. And if you look at the UFC events in America and Apex cards, we're getting fucking shit. You know, you go over to the Sphere card. I know this was supposed to be like a Mexican pay-per-view, like all Mexican fighters, but still, you could have just done like a decent amount of Mexican fighters on this card and then put some other good fights on the card that weren't just Mexican fighters, you know? This was supposed to be a big event. Sphere card, what was it, 15 million put into this event? You know, I made a video like this when I first started making YouTube, but now that I'm getting some traction, some views, I'm doing this again. You know, I think this is a great point. The message needs to get out there. You know, look at the Sphere card. Sean O'Malley, Merab. It was a good fight, you know. It was a decent fight, but you go down the card. Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko. No one wanted to see this again, to be honest. You know, we're pretty fucking bored of it. We had to watch that again. Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez. That was a great fight, you know. But then you're going to go down. These two fights were good. It's not like these fights were bad on this card. They were great fights, but there's no big names on the card. You know? There's no big names pretty much until the fucking main event and the feature fight. You know? There was pretty much no one on this card that has name value at all. We go down the card. You know, Norma Dumont, Irene Aldana. At least we got to see some cake, you know, but still. You know? It's got some buns, but nothing fucking entertaining in that fight. We got Bahamondes, Manuel Torres, great fight. Still no name value. Keep going down the card. Raul Rosas Jr. was on the early prelims. I don't know why they had him on the early prelims, you know? He should have been fucking taking Odie Osborne's spot in the fucking main card. But it's kind of ridiculous. He has more name value than fucking both of them combined. But you just look at the card. It wasn't as great as it should have been for the name value. You know? I'm going to look at the November pay-per-view. It's probably not. There's probably going to be a couple fights added to this, but still, Jon Jones, Stipe. No real MMA fan really wants to see Stipe versus Jon Jones. Like, I'm just going to keep it a buck. Even the fucking betting lines know it. Like, Stipe is fucking old as fuck. No one wants to watch this fucking fight. You know, Stipe's fucking geriatric and fucking over here fucking being a firefighter. Hasn't fought in like 3-4 years. You know, Jon Jones is going to win a boring decision most likely in that fight. So, you know, we all just want to see Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And then, co-main event, Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler. Good fight. We've already seen it, though. And this Michael Chandler is not going to be as good as when he first fought Charles Oliveira. Michael Chandler been out for a long time, waiting for Conor McGregor like a fucking retard. But, you know. But then we just go down the card. And it just fucking dies. You know? Bo Nickel, Paul Craig, that's a decent fight. Chris Weidman is not really... We're not really looking to a Chris Weidman fight. In fucking the big 2024, you know? No one's really looking forward to that. Especially after his last performance. But... You go down the card more. This is also a snooze fest. Piss break, by the way. Didn't even want to bring it up, but we will. Nikita Krylov, people thought he fucking died. Facing Azamat Murzakanov. It's an alright fight, you know. But then you just keep going down the card. Why is Mickey Gall still in the UFC? Why is Mickey Gall still in the fucking UFC? I don't get that. It's a decent card, but we don't have the name value that Abu Dhabi's getting, you know? They're getting all the big stars on their card. It makes no sense. Dana's selling out for that fucking oil money, obviously. It's ridiculous. But, go down the card. Basil Efez, Oben Elliott, fucking Basil Efez. Alia is known for his fucking having a close fight with Jack Della Maddalena. Veronica Hardy. You know, snooze fest, piss break. It's a decent card, but still. Where's the name value that we're getting? We have two big fights, hype-wise, in the co-main and main event. You know? And then Abu Dhabi, roll out everything for them. You know, roll out all the good fights, all the name value, all the big stars in the UFC. Let's just put them all on that card, you know? Crazy. You got all those good fights on that card. And you look at the background of when they're fighting, or when the fighters are fighting at Abu Dhabi. The people aren't even fucking watching the fights, you know? They're just fucking having a full-on conversation, fucking walking around the octagon. Like, put these good fight cards and these great fights in the U.S. You could have had Max and Topuria in Spain. Like, we could have did anything else. You know, they don't even watch the fucking card. They don't even watch the fights. Pretty much. Just them having fucking conversations, fucking walking around, fucking doing anything else other than watching the fights. You know? Could have had the fight in Max Holloway versus Topuria. Could have had it on the Sphere. You know, that would have made that card a lot better, a lot bigger. You know? It's ridiculous. Could have had it in Spain. Could have had it in Hawaii. You know? I don't know what they're doing, but the real fans want to watch these fights in person. And the real fans will watch these fights. Unlike the fucking people in Abu Dhabi who just walk around the octagon fucking jerking off. Doing fucking jack shit. And the other point of this video is I wanted to talk about the fucking Apex cards. Because it's fucking ridiculous at this point. Let's look at some of them. Royval Tyra. It was a good fight. Look at when we go down the fucking card and see what we're getting. Alex Morono. Why is he still in the UFC? Why? Jared Gooden on the main fucking card. Are we dead ass right now? Fucking co-main event. Brad Tavares, Jung Young Park. Are we fucking serious? This is what we're getting in the co-main event of these cards. It's literally just an excuse to make a shit card. And they won't lose money because they're not fucking selling tickets for it. It's retarded. Let me pull up another one for you. Where is it? Cannonier Barajo. What are the rest of these fights on the card other than the fucking main event? Angela Hill and Tabitha Ritchie in the co-main event. Jesus fucking Christ. all these other fights on the card are just fucking ass. Edmund Shabazi and Jeremy O'Shart's a decent fight. Michael Morales, this is just him fucking getting fed Neil Magny. But other than that, fucking terrible. Like, Apex needs to go. We need to fucking get rid of the Apex as soon as possible, because it's ridiculous that we get fucking such shit cards. Like, we need to have only crowded fight nights at this point, because that would have a motive for them to make a fucking actual great card. You know, I feel like we don't have any like super cards nowadays. Other than UFC 300, but that was supposed to just be for the 300th fucking event. You know, so they had to stack it pretty much. But other than that, we don't really get any like great cards, any like 3 title fight cards anymore, you know? Unless there's a fucking women's title fight on the fucking card, which no one really wants to watch, let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. But, you know, it's just ridiculous. Abu Dhabi getting all this great treatment from the UFC. Dana really wants that oil money, you know? But that's going to be it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm going to be making new content soon. Next video is probably going to be, I'm going to do like a special Halloween video. I'm going to do top 5 most scariest fighters of all time. You know, a little Halloween video for y'all. I'm going to try to make more content, make more videos. I've been doing like once a week. But I'm going to try to do a little bit more than that. Twice a week, 3 times a week. You know, I just got a little busy with work and stuff. But that's going to be it. Like the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.